Hello, I'm Chris with Atlantic Drain. Today we're in Palatka, Florida, and we're going to be installing a culvert pipe under the driveway. This culvert pipe is 36 foot long and has a 4-to-1 miter at each end of the pipe. We're going to be installing it using this John Deere 310 backhoe. We're going to be putting it right here inside of this swell. You just got to clean it out a bit. Probably take us a few hours, but we're going to see if we can't knock it out here today.
This backhoe is pretty easy to operate. If you've never operated a backhoe before and you want to install a culvert, be sure to have the person who's dropping this off to you show you the basics for operating the backhoe before he leaves.
We got a 24-inch bucket. Down here we call that the pivot point.
Anytime you use the bucket and the boom, be sure to put down the foot pads. This will stabilize the backhoe. You definitely want super stabilization when you start using that bucket. When you start ripping out tree roots and picking up, 300-400 pounds of sand, the front end loader will be off the ground if you don't put those stabilizers down.
All hydraulic, very powerful machine.
Now what I do is I go ahead and I dig the swell, and I put the vast majority of the sand or dirt right there on the backhoe side or the street side of the swell, and then I'm going to lift the pipe up over top of it.
I've got this cleared, and as you can see, right here's my flag, and that's the center of the swell. And I've dug it a little bit deep, so some of this stuff that you're seeing that's in the trench, that's probably about the depth that we want.
You will need to hand dig in the bottom of the swell there just to smooth it out. Takes about 10 minutes. Just don't want any real high spots there for the culvert pipe to sit on.
We've cleared the swell so that we can install the culvert. And right now I got the John Deere 310 hooked up. I've got a chain right in the pretty close to the center of the culvert. And I've just lifted it up and over my dirt pile. We're getting ready to position it in the swell.
Be sure to gently move the culvert right or left, or in and out as the case may be. Right now I'm moving this one left to right, and I'm going to be going behind that tree to center the culvert pipe in that 40-foot area that I've cleared. If you're not sure you have it just right, stop the machine, hop out, take a look, see what you got. No hurry here. The machine's going to do all the work. You just want to make sure you put it exactly where you want it. Once you have it centered in the swell, both left and right sides, as well as in the center, lowest portion of the swell, go ahead and lower the boom.
Alright, now that we've set the culvert pipe in place, we're just kind of looking to make sure that it's just where we want it before we take this chain off of here. Looks really good.
Now comes the fun part. Start putting that soil, sand, back in the hoe. Just work slowly. Move a load up to the edge of the culvert pipe. Let it naturally fall out of the scoop. Working by myself, I really take my time, do a little covering, then check out my work. Even contemplate my next move.
My goal is to have 12 inches of soil when it's all said and done over top of this pipe. The minimum is 6 inches. So I like to double it up whenever possible. And it looks like it's going to run right at, I'm going to say right at 12 here when we're all said and done. Let's continue filling it in.
Always start from the middle when filling in over top of a culvert pipe. Here I let a little bit too much pile up on one side of the culvert pipe. I had to actually scoop it up and put it over to the other side and stabilize that pipe from moving any further. Be sure to cover a good 20 to 25 foot of that pipe before you cross it with that heavy machinery.
I'm Chris with Atlantic Drain and Gutter, reminding you it's easy once you know how.